Finances. It's about more than just money. It's what we decide to do with it. It's how and when we decide to spend it, and what we spend it on says a lot about us. And nothing wrong with spending money. We need to, but it's the point where it starts spending you, and your heart is in overdraft for something that won't last. Where what's in your wallet ain't enough. And I need new clothes every week because my pockets got holes in them. And I thought I had a grip, but my income is getting increasingly harder to hold on to. It's when it's more about social status than transport, more about luxury than actually living. And the essentials ain't enough because we can now afford more. And saving isn't an option, and waiting is for the poor. I think we idolize those who seem to have a lot of it. Like they know what to do with it. So if I have what they have, that makes me a good steward, right? It's about more than just money. I want to abolish the myth that money is evil. It's inanimate, plastic in all its glory. It's when we start to love it and our hearts begin to covet and we join the paper chase and run ourselves into debt, that it becomes more than just money. It's about more than just money. We put value on it. We determine its worth. And unknowingly, we allow it to determine ours. We give it power over our lives when we submit to our desires. Now, money is a good thing, but it's a terrible master. When has it ever wanted the best for you? It promises so much, but when we go out of our way to pursue it, it leaves us with less. And if we give it the chance, it can start to motivate us and be the kindling that burns into a ferocious desire for more. And if we're not careful, it'll set our whole lives ablaze. Don't be the tough guy that thinks they can control the flame. We're not meant to. They say, you can't put a price on happiness. And what does that even mean? Like, what is happiness to you? And what's it actually worth? For your share in the millions, would you spend your life in prison for one day of happiness? For a lifetime of slavery? Because that's what debt is. It's master and servant, borrower and lender. And the lender always has power over you. And they always charge interest. Interest-free is a myth. Because if it's not 20%, it'll be mentally taxing. It's emotionally draining. And don't forget about the relationship surcharge or the impulse buying to suppress stress and binge eating to take your mind off debt. It'll repossess your joy. It's a secured loan that's attached to every area of your life. I know. I'm 22 years old with too much experience in the wrong line of work. I applied for a job that cost me more than I earned, and I can't change the past. But I'm working hard to rewrite my credit history in hopes to gain some interest of my own, purchase my first home and give to where it's needed. Because I want to make him proud, don't you? Like, look, Dad, look. See what I did with what you gave me. I've heard from kings and queens who have known wealth and have their kingdoms on lock. I've had revelation. I've heard it all, but until I actually apply it, this is just information, not wisdom, just knowledge. And it needs to be outworked. It takes work. And revelation needs to be outworked to produce fruit. I've heard the best way to get money is to work for it, to earn it. And the best way to make it grow is to save it and invest it wisely. And the best thing that you can do with it is honor God. With 10% of your first fruits and 100% of your heart. It's about more than just money. But until we put action to revelation, this is just information. My spirit is sick of paying rent to live in this flesh house. I'll sacrifice a lifetime of happiness for an eternity of joy that is beyond what I can afford, but was paid on my behalf. Thank you, Jesus. I'll start to consolidate my insecurities and liquidate my personal agendas to pay off my bad choices and regain control. That's the game plan, and I'm willing to comply. But until we put action to revelation, this is just information. Finances. It's about more than just money.